Okay, I just had this wonderful lunch with Jodi Engelberg of the Value Web, my friend and facilitator who lives in Miami. She took me to this delicious Cuban place, and I thought since I had a few minutes with her, it would be a great opportunity to capture some of her thoughts and let her tell some of her stories. So welcome, Jodi.
Thanks, Eugene.
All right, so the first question I want to ask you is, what are you passionate about?
Well, I'm passionate about having lunches like this with people like you. I mean, that was just tremendous. And I think that for me, that human contact and sharing of ideas is just the essence of my being. And sometimes we share it one-on-one, but for our work, we tend to share it in groups. And so I am passionate about the power of the group and collaborating. That for sure is my passion. But I'm realizing that I'm keen to steer it into certain directions, and I think there's three, and one of them is education at a very young age, and all through really grade school and even high school. And the second is about the environment, and specifically water and retrofitting buildings. So I see that I have these kind of real human issues and planetary ones, and not much in between at the moment.
So why do you do what you do?
Well, it's really satisfying to see a group that is struggling with an issue and maybe has some strong voices, to think about it in a different way, to tear it apart, to dream big, and then to assemble it in a way that they can now all go together down a different path, and that's very satisfying to me. It means that I don't have the answers, and I don't. It means the group actually can create its own answers and its path, and then take it from there. And so I'm just kind of the guide helping them on their way. It's very satisfying to work with teams, and it's very satisfying to see them on the other side being energetic about what they create together.
What's the potential of that kind of a process?
The potential is to actually change the structures and the patterns that people live within, because they assume, and the assumptions is that this is how it is. And so I think the beauty is to bust those assumptions for people, or have them bust their own assumptions, and actually begin to see the world in a lot of different ways, so that the outcome is actually the outcome that they've intended, and the impact is thought about and can be reached. And I think without that intention, you're not going to either get on the right path or have the impact that you could have.
So if we approach things with that kind of intention, what kind of world do you think we would be living in?
Well, I think we'd all be having a lot more fun and spending time on the things that give us energy. And when you spend time that way on the things that you love and you have energy, well, only positive things can grow from that. And it doesn't feel like work. It feels like play, real play, serious play, but still, nonetheless, things can fall in line. And I think especially in terms of education, and the things that I've done with the kids of all ages, is that you can really plant a seed in their mind about the potential to take their own future in their hands and to not listen to conventional wisdom, which I just think is very satisfying, and a message they don't hear enough of in the school years.
So just in that vein, the kind of messages that we want to leave with our children, if you had one message that you want to leave to your own children, what would that message be?
Have more nerve than talent. I mean, that if you are daring to go after what you want, you will go way farther than if you just do the polite thing. I think talent's really important, and expertise, but really daring to step out in line with what your dreams are, that is really the message that I would give to young people. And there's all sorts of tools out there for them to play with. It's a pity that in the schools we're not really helping them do that.
Fantastic. Thank you, Jodi.
Thanks, Eugene. It was great to see you in Miami. Come back.
Yeah, likewise. I will if it's this warm.
Super.
Okay, bye.